Hello and welcome from the Allotment in the Field from me and Nigel. Hello Nigel.
Hello, lovely.
Well, this installment is all about harvesting, which is equally important to sowing and planting, and I know that few of us forget to do that. So let's just enjoy what we planted earlier on and starting harvesting. I'm gonna pull some garlic from this small bed. It's been here, I think it was first garlic I planted. I'm not quite sure if we have cloves or not, but I do want to plant here some perpetual spinach, which I really need this bed for, and it's just looking quite sad now. So it might not be the best of garlics like everybody else. They look like that. Do we have some cloves? I think we do. So I'm just going to clear this bed. This is not an elephant garlic. This is just a normal, ordinary garlic. I can't remember the variety. I'll check what I planted in my diary and I will be able to let you know. But it looks okay. Some of them are better than others, but this one is quite nice. You kind of unearth it like that, because the weather is still not brilliant. I shall be leaving them in a chicken shed here. Oh, this one is nice, and that has definitely split. So I'm pleased. That has definitely got the splits, but not every single one have done so well. What I like the most about actually harvesting, especially alliums, all the kind of onion family, whenever you touch them and move them, they just smell so nice, smell so yummy. I'm almost there. I'm just gonna go from the other side of the camera. So from this single planting in this very tiny bed, I think this is 2 feet by 4, I've got that much garlic. It's not the most beautiful one, but it will do us for quite a long time. It came with the compost and overwintered, and I let it stay. I use Marigolds. I love adding calendula to my soaps. Use the sort of melt and pour, but they always good quality base soap, and then I enhance them with various essential oils and obviously things which are good for you, like honey, calendula. Picking some mosh too, and this one is called Shiraz. It's very attractive. The flowers are kind of split color, pink and red, and they produce really quite attractive pods. Now these pods, actually, because we've been picking them for at least a couple of weeks, these pods do keep the color. They become slightly more bluish color, but they do keep the dark color, so it's slightly different thing in your mixed veg. Now I have not left this yet to mature fully, so I have no idea if they would fill in as as pea, what would they be like? I'm sure they'd be fine. And I might leave some later on, even though, you know, perhaps just to leave yourself some seeds. So, well, I'm cutting them. If I'll I cut the whole lot. If you see the whole lot, they're usually in pods of 2, and there is a little nodule here. They're easiest to cut just past that nodule, especially if the second one is not yet fully developed. And these are lovely. These are for, I think, cutting flowers, but they're just perfect for harvesting those. You wouldn't be able to prune anything with it, but it just makes a beautiful sharp cut. So something which resembles pea. Oh, they're gorgeous. I might stop picking them as most too, because they're absolutely lovely. That's a thought. So this is my little haul today of the Blanche Tour pea Shiraz. They're absolutely lovely, and I left quite lots still on the bushes. So if I came here in 2 days' time, there will be at least another container to harvest, and they're still flowering, and we've been picking them for a while. I will be planting them again next year. So in fact these were the only first earlies we have done. I think within the space of 3 weeks they become much bigger, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
There's such a difference. Such a difference of what we're getting now and 3 weeks ago. It's actually massive. Wow. So which one? We've done 2. So are you going to do one more?
Well, I've taken them across the row. So.
Yeah, okay. So these are the new potatoes from 3 plants from the rocket potatoes. It's been very cold, but they had a long time actually. Proper like new potato size really. If these are small, we might leave the rest for much longer, but they had longer than they would normally have. There's one by your fruit, I think. Well, they call them slow growing, and for sure they are slow growing. These are probably the biggest we had from Dad. So what do you think of that? I think they better be tasty. Well, my peas is some of the pods look fairly fat. I might pick one. There's another fat one here. I picked that one. And let's see what's inside it. Well, it's got some lovely pea pods, but I will leave them for another few days, and there would be only few, so I'm not sure if it's going to make a full meal out of these lovely pods. Now just shelling some of the overwintered broad beans. That's Aqua Dulce Claudia, and they're very nice when cooked, but they vary in size. Obviously we just cleared those beds up, and quite few of the pods have only one or two, although the pods being very long, so it's a bit of a hit and miss with them, like this one. All that had only one pod. Let's have a look. Is it going to be another? Oh, and it's not very good. So that's not good. Well, that one, let's just have a look. It's got absolutely nothing in this one. A whole pod, not a single bean. Now I have opened one of the Karmazin, which was planted, I think probably early March, but was sown indoors in February, moved to the polytunnel and planted from the root trainers after they germinated. They have these lovely reddish pods, and I'm obviously going to do a taste test. I did taste them. This is Invicta, and this is definitely ripe. This one isn't ripe yet, but be okay with cake with some sugar. but I'm going to leave the rest of the Hinomaki yellow, which is not all that yellow yet, and see what's going to happen with the rest. There is at least another half of that cap. As I mentioned, this is their first year and a very new plants. The Hinomaki red hasn't fruited this year at all, and I've also checked the currants, and they still need a little bit more time, but these definitely will be well used. Well, that's all for this week, and I hope to see you again next week. I'm going to be talking probably about aubergines and my experience of first year growing aubergines, and what is in my polytunnel. It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Nigel.